Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I feel like it's been a million years since I've sat down and filmed, really, though it's only been like less than a week. But I missed my upload on Friday because your girl got run over by the cold train. I have been sick since Thursday morning. I was fine Wednesday night. I kind of got that tickle in my throat of like, crap, something might be developing, but maybe I just talked too much today. I had a lot of coach calls. Nah, I woke up Thursday morning exhausted, sick, congested, gross. So I have been in no mood to like put on makeup, to film, to do anything since Thursday basically. But I am starting to feel a little bit better, so I decided to like get my act together, put on a face of makeup, sit down and make a video for you guys because I have some really exciting news that I need to share with you. So I was perusing the new arrivals section on Ulta, which, because I'm a weirdo, I do that. I love to see like what products are coming, what's new to the store, if there's anything interesting that I might be interested in buying or reviewing for you guys. And I noticed something very intriguing last week, and that was that Milani products are now being carried at Ulta. Now this may not be a big deal to you, but this was like a ridiculous deal for me. I immediately tweeted out my excitement. I was like, this is a great day. I need to do a happy dance because Milani is one of my favorite brands from the drugstore, and Ulta is pretty much my favorite place to buy beauty products. But previously to like right now, you could not get Milani at Ulta. So you may be thinking at this moment like, alright Lauren, so you can get Milani at all these places where makeup's pretty affordable. You can go to CVS, Walgreens, Target, Walmart, you know, like why do you care if it's being sold at Ulta or not? The thing about Ulta is that they have a banging rewards program, like amazing, where every time you shop in the store you get points that you can then convert to cash that you can spend on literally anything in the store. They also have coupons pretty much all the time that you can use on their drugstore items. And Milani as a brand is not something that you typically ever find coupons for, like in the Sunday paper, the way you would like L'Oreal or Maybelline or CoverGirl. So most of the time you either have to wait for Milani to go on sale, but like even if it does go on sale, you can't use a coupon. So having it be at Ulta means odds are you'll A, be able to now get it on sale at Ulta, and to be able to use those $3.50 off 10 coupons. And you'll be able to earn Ulta points that you could put towards like your expensive makeup that you can then get for free. So now that you understand why I'm so excited about the fact that Milani is actually going to be carried at Ulta and the fact that I will be able to shop like a boss even more than usual, I thought that it might be a fun idea to show you guys some of my favorite products from the brand in case you are interested in picking anything up, in case you've got an Ulta trip that you want to make, you've got some points that you want to spend. I figured, you know, why don't I show you guys some of my favorite things, because I have tested and tried a lot from this brand. I enjoy it a lot, and I have some strong opinions about some things. But before we jump into my product recommendations, I just want to say welcome and hello to those of you who are new to my channel. My name is Lauren. I know I'm being super rude. I've been talking for like 5 minutes and I haven't even introduced myself yet. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope you'll click that little subscribe button if you want to come back in the future and chat beauty with me again. Hopefully, I won't be as gross and ill the next time that I'm filming something for you guys. And before I make this intro any longer than it has to be, let's get into the products. So probably my most holy grail product from Milani is their Conceal and Perfect Foundation, of which I have 2 shades because that's how much I like it. I have 01 Creamy Vanilla and 05 Warm Beige, because basically depending on the time of year, some combination of the 2 of these shades will give me one that will match me. I tend to be much darker in the summer because I get pretty tan, and pretty pale and pasty in the winter, which is slowly approaching, unfortunately. But I am wearing this foundation today. It is quite full coverage. It is very creamy and hydrating, but it dries down to a natural finish, so it's not too dewy, it's not too matte. It's definitely not something like, if you like that barely there light sheer tinted moisturizer kind of vibe, this is not what this foundation is. This is definitely its makeup, and it doesn't feel uncomfortable on the skin. I think it feels pretty nice. And it's not like overly drying like some very full coverage matte foundations. I think it's really beautiful. It wears really well. If you set it down with a powder, it usually will lock into place and hold up really well, especially even if you have oily skin like I do. And yeah, it's just one of my favorite foundations, and it only costs about $10, which is so affordable. So really, I'm able to buy 2 different shades and still spend half as much as I would on a foundation at Sephora. Like, most of them are around the $40 price point, so that is something I can really get into. Now, on a similar vein, I did want to touch on their Retouch and Erase concealer. This is decent. It's not my absolute favorite concealer that I've ever used, but from the drugstore, I think that it's pretty good. The applicator on this is a little weird. It's like this little domed, spongy thing. I don't really like it very much. I'll usually just dot it on my under eyes and then blend it in with like a bigger beauty sponge, which is actually what I did today. So I am wearing this shade, which is number 3, medium light, on my under eyes today. It does provide a decent amount of coverage. It's brightening. It is not too thick in texture. Like, it's light enough that it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't crease a lot. It's not like the most full coverage concealer I've ever used before, but it's good. So I think for the price, this retails for around $6, $7. It is very decent, and especially like if you can get like a buy one, get one half off kind of a deal, and you can buy the foundation, the concealer together, it'll make it even cheaper. Another face product that I think is worth mentioning is the Milani Prime Light face primer. This one's really kind of cool because it says it's strobing and also pore minimizing, which is a little weird because usually you would think that something illuminating might enhance the texture on your skin, but this is a really nice primer. It's very creamy in texture, and it feels more hydrating than it does like silicone-y or slippery like some other primers that I've used, and I'm not usually a big fan of like things that are sort of similar to the Smashbox Photo Finish. You know, that super silicone-y clear kind of primer? Yeah, that's not usually my vibe. This though feels a lot more like a lotion, but it's very smoothing on the skin, and it does have like this light reflective quality to it, but it's not shimmery. Like, there's no chunks of glitter in here, which is nice. I feel like this is a really good dupe for the MAC Strobe Cream, so if that's a product that you enjoy, you might like this a lot, and it's a heck of a lot cheaper. I think probably the product Milani is most well known for, or at least has been known for the longest, are their blushes. So they have like 2 really popular formats. First, they have their baked blushes. This is the shade Luminoso, which I feel like probably has gotten the most hype on Instagram and in the blogosphere over the years. It's what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. This is a really beautiful luminous blush. It gives kind of a peachy pink sheen to it. Really, really stunning. These are, again, under $10. They last forever, and they're just super gorgeous on the skin. There's a whole range of different shades. If you wanted something a little bit deeper or more mauve-y, you can find that in this selection of blushes. They also come with like a little mirror and a little brush. Like, the packaging on these is a little bit bulky. I kind of almost wish it didn't have the brush because I don't really need it, but it is kind of a nice thing if you want the, you know, this to be more friendly for on-the-go application. But if you don't want the shimmer, because a lot of these baked blushes do have like a shimmery quality to them, I would recommend checking out their powder blushes that are shaped like roses. This one wasn't like a limited edition shade, but there are some really gorgeous colors in the permanent collection, and they all look so beautiful like this. They're like in this rose shape pressed into the pan. These ones do not come with a mirror or a brush, so they're much slimmer, compact, really, really beautiful. They look so high quality and luxurious for the drugstore. And again, I think they retail for less than $10, which it can't beat. These are really soft and quite nicely pigmented. Like, they offer like a fair amount of color, but it's not like overwhelming. It's buildable. Like, it shows up, let's see if you can see it, like it shows up on the skin, but it's not like clown chic level where you have to worry about being able to blend it out. Really easy to use, and again, there's some really beautiful shades, so I would highly recommend these if you're in the market for an affordable blush. Now, something that I think is absolutely amazing from Milani that I don't think gets enough hype are their highlighters. These have been a little bit difficult to get a hold of. I feel like I've seen them at Walmart, but that's pretty much the only place I've ever seen them in stock, and usually they're very picked over. So I'm so excited that you can now actually get them at Ulta, hopefully in stores soon, but definitely online right now. These are absolutely stunning. These are like $10 highlighters that perform just as good as ones that cost like $30 to $40. I'm wearing this one on my cheeks right now, and it's just like, it's very glowy, but it's not chunky. It doesn't look stripy. They blend out really beautifully. This is the shade number 3, which is called Sunglow. And these are the Strobelight Instant Glow powders. They will last forever. A little bit goes a long way. They have this really beautiful like wave pattern embossed into them. And again, this has got like the same packaging as the Rose blushes. It's a little bit more thin and compact. You can see the product right through the front, which I like, so it's easy to grab it out of your drawer. And it's gold. I love me some yellow gold. So definitely, 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 if you love the whole highlighting trend and you haven't tried the Milani ones yet, you are missing out because these are bomb. Now these had a bit of a heyday when they first came out. I feel like people don't talk about them as much anymore, but they're still really, really good. So Milani has these little eyeshadow palettes. These are their Everyday Eyes eyeshadow collections. They have a bunch of different shade ranges. I finally picked these up at one point because they were like buy one, get one half off at CVS, and I had extra bucks, so I basically got them for like free almost. And they are really good. I'm wearing this one on my eyes today, which is called Earthy Elements. This is very on trend with the whole warm toned eyeshadow thing that everybody is into right now. I'm like wearing this orangey shade in my crease. I put this shimmery shade all over my lid with a little bit of this lighter color in the center to give it a pop. I deepen things up with this shimmery brown, and I use this lighter brown matte shade on my lower lash line just to kind of blend things out, and a little bit of this highlight on the brow bone in the inner corner. So basically I'm wearing this entire palette on my eyes right now. I think it gives a really beautiful look. The quality of these shadows is really nice. They're very buttery, they're pigmented, they're easy to work with, and again, this thing retails for like $10, which you seriously cannot beat. I also have these Plum Basics one, which I really like these shades. If you're into purples, like, come on. Seriously, you need this in your life. This glittery shade up here is so fun, especially if you have a glitter glue and you can tap it on top. It really locks in a nice amount of sparkle. And yeah, these are just so fun. The little applicator brush thing that they come with is like, it's not terrible. It's definitely not the worst thing I've seen from the drugstore, let's say that much, but I do prefer to use my own brushes when I'm applying these. So one thing that I don't have to show you guys, but I did want to talk about, are the Milani lip products, which I've kind of had a love-hate relationship with over time. Now, Milani's Amore matte lip creams are really, really popular. I did own a few shades, but I decluttered them from my collection because they are not my favorite liquid lipsticks. They dry down to a very powdery finish, and my issue with them is that they tend to crumble on me. So because they are so pigmented, like the absolute worst thing ever for me with a liquid lipstick is where it starts to crumble and you get like little bits on your chin, and then they kind of melt with the heat of your face, and then all of a sudden you have like a smear of liquid lipstick where it's not supposed to be. I also just didn't find that if you ate or drank or anything like that, that they wore really well. Like for the first couple hours, if you're not eating or drinking anything, they'll look really nice. They're very opaque and they look really pretty. They're super matte. I just don't think they're super comfortable, and I just think that the way they wear down starts to look really sloppy pretty quickly. So they're just not my favorite formula. I mean, for the price, they're not that expensive, so if you're curious, it's not the worst thing in the world if you invest in one to try out, especially if you can get it on sale, but it's not something that I personally would recommend. Also, I have tried their bullet lipsticks, both in the original formula and in the matte formula, and again, they're very, very reasonably priced. They're under $10. The packaging is really pretty, but I ended up decluttering all of the ones that I owned because I just never found myself reaching for them, and I tended to use other things more. They smell almost identical to a MAC lipstick, so they have that very vanilla-y scent. They are decently pigmented. The mattes, they go on matte, but they felt to me a little waxy, a little heavy on the lips. The creamy lipsticks are nice, but they're very similar, I would say, to like a Maybelline lipstick. They don't feel super luxurious, but they're decent. So again, I think that if there are shades that you really like, that you're curious about for the price, they're definitely not bad. The fact that I didn't keep any of them goes to show that they're not my all-time favorite lip products that I've owned. And the last product that I wanted to talk about that I do really love from Milani is their Make It Last setting spray. People went bananas when this first launched, and for good reason. This is a really wonderful setting spray. It has a really nice mister. It doesn't like attack your face. I feel like some cheaper setting sprays, when you spray them, they feel like you're literally like bathing in the setting spray, and it can just like go on unevenly. It can leave like watermarks in your makeup. It's not a good situation. This one is pretty fine. It is pretty even, and it helps to not only make your makeup last longer, but it helps to take away that powdery finish. So sometimes if you apply a lot of makeup, especially a lot of powder products at the end, before your natural oils have a chance to like kick in and mix with the makeup. Your skin can look kind of cakey, it can look powdery, but if you spritz down with a little bit of setting spray, it just makes everything melt together and melt into your skin and look way more natural. So if you haven't ever tried a setting spray, this Milani one is so good, definitely worth picking up. And again, it's like around the same price as the foundation, around the $10 mark, and if you can get it on sale, even better. So those are all the products that I wanted to share with you guys today. Hopefully you found these recommendations helpful, especially if you're as excited as I am about the fact that Milani is now available at Ulta. This video is in no way sponsored by either of them. Neither of them know who I am at all. I just really like makeup, and I really like saving money, and I really just will go wherever I can get the best deals, and I think Ulta right now has pretty much the best rewards program beauty-wise in terms of being able to invest your current purchases in things you want to get in the future. I know that they do really great sales on their drugstore products, so I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of like buy one get one half off deals on Milani now that they're carrying it, and we can use those coupons, and I'm very excited. If you guys are also excited, give this video a thumbs up. I always really appreciate your support. Let me know in the comment section what product you're most excited to pick up now that you can shop Milani at Ulta. Again, if you're new to my channel, I hope you'll click that little subscribe button before you go, and then come back for more beauty goodness later this week. I have hopefully a fun little Halloween video planned for later and some other fun things, so I hope to see you guys back here again, and in the meantime, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.